A lot of Dutch people will still remember the case of Mitch Henriques in 2015, which has similarities to the case of George Floyd. Mitch was a young black man that died by the hands of police because he couldn't breathe. All of this took place during a festival in The Hague. The day after Mitch died, there were also riots in certain neighborhoods in The Hague. The situation caused a lot of uproar and demonstrations against police violence and racism were held. But there are also differences between the situations of Mitch Henriques and George Floyd. In the case of George Floyd, right now there is a strong conviction that the police officer involved has a racist motive. But with the case of Mitch, his nephew declared that this case had nothing to do with racism, just with wrongly used police force, which is a real problem from time to time. He describes it as macho behavior from police. Also, one of the cops involved had the same background as Mitch. However, this also was a tragic situation. It was late in the evening when Mitch attended the festival with his nephew. He saw the cop standing and he just made a joke that he has a weapon while reaching to his pocket. Although there was no reason to assume that this was real and he was leaving the site, the cops went after him to arrest him. Mitch did not accept being arrested and the struggle started, where many things went wrong from the police their side. They applied too much violence in the situation where they put him in a necklock, broke his throat, punched his nose and then also pepper sprayed him in the face. That is too much force on the vital parts you need to be able to breathe. You might as well shoot someone in the head, it has the same kind of result. In the aftermath, 2 police officers were convicted for the death of Mitch when it was clear his death was the result of suffocation. After appeal, one officer his sentence was removed, the other kept his sentence of 6 months jail time conditionally. There were people that wanted a ban of the necklock after this event, but instead the decision was that police would get proper training on how to use the necklock in a responsible way. Before the case of Mitch, the police didn't get any training on how to use this necklock technique. One more important similarity of these both events. The families of the 2 victims both asked the crowd not to riot. They didn't want riots and looting in the name of their lost family member. Especially in the case of George Floyd, this wish is not being respected, unfortunately. The case of George Floyd certainly brings back memories from closer to home. In the end, I hope that these types of incidents will not happen anymore.